Batman Under the Red Hood. Now, this movie is considered for a lot of people, including myself, maybe one of the best Batman animated movies out there. Because here's the thing. This movie is a very emotional story. Yes, you got Black Mask and Nightwing and Amazo and Joker and Black Mask and Ra's al Ghul and Larry's Pits and people coming back from the dead and all that kind of stuff. But this is basically about a father trying to reunite with his son, basically, and realizing the son is not the person that he thinks, that he remembers. You know, Jason got killed by the hands of the Joker, and Batman feels responsible for it. He sees it as his greatest failure. And any sort of conversations after the movie about Jason, you feel the pain that he's feeling. You know, when he digs out Jason's grave and realizes that's not for us, that is not actual body, that's a dummy. He's like, I should have done an autopsy. I should have done an autopsy. I was stupid and careless back then. Yeah, he feels more responsible. And when he finds out what happened to him, how he came back, he still feels like, you know, still feels responsible. It doesn't matter what happened. He still feels responsible. And it's this pain, every conversation, if it's between Bruce and Jason and any conversation that is about Jason, you feel the pain, you feel the failure that, you know, Bruce is feeling, and yes, this film has great action. Yes, you know, you have Nightwing voiced by Neil Patrick Harris, who adds a sense of levity towards it, but, and you know, you got the great music, and I mean, how they handle the death of the family stuff, like off the bat, like the first 5 minutes is the death of Jason Todd. He, like, that music, the way he's crawling, you know, off the bloody floor initially, and that waste of time, and oh my lord. But of course the ending. I mean, you got the action scene, you know, with that brief talking scene where he goes and says, you know, when Jason says to Bruce that, like, oh, you talked to Waste, right? Well, did his family you tell me Webber, or is this the real me? Because that's that question of like, you know, the son that came back to war that you thought he was dead, but actually he's not the same guy anymore. You know, but the scene that is like well done, well executed, is the scene between this two guys talking. The big climax is just two guys talking with the one topic that everyone has in their mind, and Jason says it. It's like Jason's like, I get it, you have this no kill rule, but this guy, the Joker, should be the exception, right? I mean, he killed me. He crippled friends, you know, he murders all these people, all this stuff. He's probably the worst criminal in the city. He should be the exception, right? And the question, it always comes down to, you know, why haven't you? And of course, it's a little bit of a cop-out answer, like, you know, it would be too easy. And it's just, you know, it's a bit of a cop-out. It is a bit of a cop-out answer. About if I kill, I would never go back, and oh my lord, I mean, that's a bit. I remember I remember there's a story called Death of the Family that came out like a few years ago, where the topic came up at the same time, and he goes, you know, Bruce basically says, I'm worried, I don't want to kill him because I'm worried that someone worse will show up, and it's like that. I'll buy that. That's more a better pill to swallow than it was too easy. I'm not talking about killing Scarecrow or Penguin or Dent. I'm talking about him, just him, because he took me away from you. And then the last scene, like the last 3 minutes of seeing basically, you know, Jason's first time as Robin, when he's, you know, the boy wonder, you know, when he's like 10 or something, I don't know, 12, and he's on the back of the bill and saying, "This is the best day of my life," because you know the life that's going to happen, you know the outcome, you know the events that are going to evolve around him, and it's just painful. Guys, just see this movie. I am spoiling this entire movie. I mean, it came out in 2010. It's based on, I hear the comics very convoluted. It is written by the same guy who written the comic book story, but this one, it just feels, it has better pace. It's just that emotional story that just drives this movie to a wonderful execution of a story.